Great job, Michael. Let's give him a hand.
I feel like I play every game.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Corvallis Knights, as announced by head coach Brooke Knight. Leading off in center field, number 8, Blake Wilson. Batting second, the second baseman, number 7, Thomas Barjaro. Batting third, the right fielder, number 5, Gavin Brubaker. Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 10, Antonio Castro. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 2, Raymond Hondo. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 4, Maddox Risky. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 13, Jacob Marquez. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 28, Aiden Hazen. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 12, Brooks Avery. Starting pitcher for the Corvallis Knights is number 42, Deshaun Unger. And now it's time to meet the starting lineup for your College Black Bears. As announced by head coach Dan Spencer. Leading off at shortstop, from Rogers State University, number 5, Tyler Nelson. Batting second, the center fielder, from the University of Southern California, number 26, Matt Priest. Batting third, the left fielder, from Utah Tech, number 19, Finnegan Stewart. Batting fourth, like first base, from Utah Valley University, number 2, Trenton Rowan. Batting fifth, the right fielder, from Skagit Valley College, number 9, Gavin Hoffenroth. Batting sixth, late designated hitter, from the University of Southern California, making his home debut, number 13, Jarrett Sable. Batting seventh, play catcher, from Centralia College, number 6, Spencer Kowalski. Batting eighth, the third baseman, from the University of Washington, number 34, Matt Henning. Batting ninth, the second baseman, from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, number 7, Nicky Maritano. Starting pitcher for the Black Bears tonight is number 24, from Gonzaga University, Bryson Leach. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Please welcome Robert Bumford. Great job. The fans are ready. The Black Bears are ready. Let's play ball.
Happy Tuesday, everybody, and welcome back to David Story Field here in Longview, Washington for Game 1 of a 3-game series between the Corvallis Knights and the Cowlitz Black Bears. Both these teams are coming off of losses. One of them, the Corvallis Knights, came yesterday after they played a rare Monday game. Usually these teams get Mondays off, but Corvallis had to play yesterday at home against the Springfield Drifters. They lost in 11 innings, 4-3. Their pitching is a bit tired after a doubleheader on Sunday and then an 11-inning game yesterday against the Drifters. They're in the midst of a 22 games in 21 days stretch right now. Their next off day is on July 2nd, so they're going to be taxed so far. They're in the midst of a rough part of the season in which they're going to be going back and forth between home and away with no off days. Let's take a look at the Corvallis Knights lineup. It's going to be Blake Wilson in center field batting first, Thomas Ferrajaro at second base batting second, Gavin Brubaker in right field batting third. Cleanup man is Antonio Castro at short, Braden Mondo, the first baseman, batting fifth, Maddox Risk at third base, batting sixth, Jacob Marquez catching batting seventh, Aiden Hazen, DH batting eighth, and then Brooks Avery in left field batting ninth. Up against Bryson Leach, who we saw pitch here just last week, last Tuesday. He gave up 5 earned runs on 6 hits in 4 1/3 against the Marion Berries as they lost the first game of the series. As we are just about to get underway here in game 1 of 3 between the Bears and the Knights. First pitch misses low, and it's 1-0. To leadoff man Blake Wilson. Played at the University of Washington this season. As he flies one into right field, going under it is Poffenroth, and he will make the grab for out number 1. Let's take a look at the defense for the Black Bears. Finnegan Stewart's in left field, Matt Priest is in center, Poffenroth, who just made that catch, is in right. Third base is Matt Henning, Tyler Nelson at short, Nicky Garitano at second, Trenton Rowan at first, and Spencer Kowalski behind the dish for Leach and the Bears defense. That'll bring up Thomas Ferrajaro. So far has only played 1 game this season, and that was yesterday against Springfield, went 1 for 5. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball misses outside, and it's 1-0. Well, Leach hasn't used that curveball too much, only about 15% of the time. He mostly relies on the 4-seam fastball and the sinker. Here's the 1-0. So that one misses for ball 2. Ferrajaro played for Santa Clara his junior season this year. Played in 39 games, hit .275. Decent season, was with them in 2024 and 2023. And is one of the Knights returners, as that one's down the middle for strike 1. Played 4 games against Cowlitz last season with Corvallis, went 3 for 9. Here's the 2-1. That one misses, 3-1. Leach in his last outing only walked 2. Going to Gonzaga for next season. Walked 10 his senior year of high school at Tahoma. 3-1 misses, and that's a walk for Ferrajaro. First base runner of the day for Corvallis. Ferrajaro will take the free bag, and now a runner on first with 1 out for Gavin Brubaker. Well, Ferrajaro on first. Now Brubaker. Ferrajaro stole a bag in his only game yesterday. And there he goes on the first pitch. Called a ball. Throw to second. Good scoop, and they got him at second base. Great throw on a hop for Kowalski to Garitano. And they're able to get him out trying to steal second. Spencer Kowalski has already thrown out a guy so far this season. Make it 2 after that one to Ferrajaro. Now bases are empty with 2 outs here in the first. The 1-0. in the dirt, gets past Kowalski, and it's 2-0. Well, Brubaker is a bit of a two-way guy. He's hitting so far today. He's hitting pretty well, 423 in 7 games. Has a hit in every game he's played in, at least offensively, as that one's up the middle. Ranging is Garitano. He'll make the running throw over to first, and it'll get past Rowan at first. He'll get to the backstop, but no advance by Brubaker, as it's already an error here in the first for the Bears defense. So now Brubaker replaces Ferrajaro on first. After the wild throw for Garitano. He's trying to make it on the run. It's a hard throw to make, but gets by Rowan at first, and not too much distance between first base and the backstop here at David Story Field. Throw back to first is not in time. Cleanup man Antonio Castro ready for his first at-bat of the series. 2 high school seniors this season facing off against each other. Leach for Tahoma and Castro for De La Salle High School, as that one gets past Kowalski, and into second goes Brubaker. Wild pitch for Leach, and now runners in scoring position here with 2 outs. Have a bit of a meeting at the mound between Kowalski and Leach, trying to get out of this one. Allowing 2 base runners, but Ferrajaro got caught stealing. Call that one mound visit. Castro hit 426 for De La Salle this season. Sitting 206 games for the Knights. Knights have been struggling. They've made the playoffs 17 straight times. And that one's rolled over. Back to Leach. He'll toss it over to first, and that'll do it for the top of the first inning. Scoreless frame for Bryson Leach as we head to the bottom of the first.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal. With a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Bottom first, and we have the same umpires we did last series against the Berries. Bryce Reeves behind the dish, calling the balls and strikes, and Lance Kreck on the bases for this 3-game series. As always, they'll be switching off between games 1, 2, and 3, so we'll see Reeves and Kreck in these same spots in Game 3 on Thursday. Let's take a look at the Black Bears lineup. Tyler Nelson leading off at short. Matt Priest batting second in center field. Finn Stewart in left batting third. Trenton Rowan at first batting fourth. Gavin Poffenroth in right field batting fifth. Jarrett Sable, his Bears debut. He's the DH batting sixth. Spencer Kowalski behind the dish batting seventh. Henning batting eighth at third. And Garitano in the 9th spot at second base against Jay Sean Unger, the pitcher for the Knights. So Unger went to Nebraska alongside Will Jeske. Only pitched .2 innings in 2025. Didn't play as much as Jeske, but now here as he gets Nelson to hit the first pitch over to third, and Risky will make the throw over to first for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Unger so far today. Is it'll be Matt Priest coming up next. Unger already has 7 2/3 innings under his belt. His only start came on the 6th against the Elks. Mostly been in their bullpen as well. He was with the bullpen in his last appearance back on Saturday against the Berries. First pitch just misses, and it's 1-0. Well, Matt Priest was injured for a little bit, came back in the Walla Walla series back on Sunday and hit a home run in his first game back. First home run of the season for the Bears. So that one's outside for ball 2. Priest and Jeske both hit home runs on Sunday, but Black Bears still couldn't get the victory. They lost 6-4 and lost the series against the Sweets this weekend at Borleski. That's a grounder over to short. Castro throw on to first, and that's out number 2. Quick 2 outs for Unger, and now that'll bring up Finn Stewart. Well, Unger from Blair, Nebraska, northeast of Omaha, so both of the Nebraska guys on this field are from Lincoln. Went to Blair High School. Was a 3-sport athlete in basketball, football, and baseball. So that one's low for ball 1. He chose baseball, of course, and his freshman season didn't pitch too much. Gave up 2 earned runs in his only appearance with the Cornhuskers in his freshman campaign. 1-0. That's grounder up the middle. Diving is Ferrajaro, and he'll make the throw over to first. A great diving play from Thomas Ferrajaro at second. And 3 straight groundouts get Unger at 1-2-3, heading to the top of the second. Still no score.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Top of the second, and Bryson Leach back out there. Good diving play at second from Thomas Ferrajaro. Ended the bottom of the first. 1-2-3 for Jay-Sean Unger. He's off to a good start so far today. Leading off in this top of the second for the Knights, it'll be Mondo, and then Risky and Marquez. Top 3 here in this top of the second. First it'll be Mondo. First pitch from Leach is blooped into center field. Going under it is Matt Priest, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Leach. Good start for him, and Braden Mondo is the first out. That'll bring up Maddox Risky. Was teammates with a Matt Priest at USC this season, along with Josh Hansen. Risky having a good season so far. 9 for 24, hitting at .375 in his first 7 games. Here's the first pitch, shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's called high, ball 1. Oh, Risky is from Vegas. Went to Bishop Gorman High School. Hit .429 there his junior campaign. Won the Nevada State Championship with Bishop Gorman. That one's fouled off and out of play to the right side, heading over to the college, and it's 1-1. Well, unlike Hansen and Priest, he did play for USC this season. 19 games, only managed 2 hits. One of them coming against UC Santa Barbara on March 4th, and the other one coming against Nebraska, where his teammate Unger and Will Jeske were on the 23rd of March, as that one misses 2-1. Here's the 2-1. One misses inside, and it's 3-1. Well, Risky had a really good series against Marion, getting one hit in every game. It was a 4-game series. There was a doubleheader on Sunday. 4-gamer against Marion. So that one misses inside, ball 4. Second walk of the day for Leach, and Risky will take first. And he has some speed. He has 3 stolen bases already this season.
Now ready for the Knights. The catcher, number 13, Jacob Marquez.
That'll bring up Jacob Marquez, the catcher for the Knights today. Played a lot of their games. 11 of them to be exact, only hitting 167 from the left side. A lot of lefties in this Knights lineup, as throwback to first is not in time. Well, Marquez is over near Walla Walla up in Lewiston, Idaho with the Lewis Clark State Warriors this season for his senior campaign in 2025, as that one misses outside for ball 1. Matter of fact, he played with the Sweets for 2 seasons before coming here to Corvallis. 1-0 pitch is skied into center field. Matt Priest is calling off Finn Stewart, and he'll make the grab for out number 2. Marquez the second out, 2 outs on F8s here in the top of the second, and that'll bring up Aiden Hazen.
Now ready for the Knights. The designated hitter, number 28, Aiden Hazen.
Well, Hazen's gotten some catching duty so far this season, but today he's in the DH spot. Only hitting today. Has a hit in 5 of his 6 games so far this season. Hitting at .353 in a short sample size, as throwback to first is not in time again to Risky after his walk. Other throw back to first, not in time. Well, Hazen a bit closer to Corvallis than Marquez. He played at Lynn Benton up in Albany. It's about 10-15 minutes away from Corvallis. First pitch hits the zone for strike 1. Lynn Benton, of course, the NWAC champions. Had to beat a lot of teams, including Bellevue, this Lower Columbia squad who played here at David Story Field, and as well as Umpqua, Spokane, and Tacoma. Had a long ride to the NWAC championship. Here's the 0-1. It's a bit too outside, and it's 1-1. Well, Hazen played 22 games for the Lynn Benton Roadrunners. Hit 277. 1-1 pitch. Breaking pitch misses a bit low near the turf, and it's 2-1. Risk on first after the walk. Not 2 outs here in the top of the second. Another throw back to first is not in time. That's that. I think that 3 pickoffs for Leach so far in this at-bat. Didn't do any against Marquez, but Marquez also got a hit on the second pitch. 2-1. That's ripped down the left field line, but it'll carry him foul. And it's 2-2. Hazen from Junction City, Oregon. It's a bit northwest of Eugene, so has stayed in Oregon pretty much his entire baseball career, including Lynn Benton. Two. Another one in the dirt. And the count runs full. Maddox Risky will get a head start. 3-2, 2 outs. Well, Hazen has 2 walks this season, but also has 2 strikeouts. 1 walk, 1 strikeout coming in his last game in Game 2 of the Marion series. Throw back. No throw back, as no one was covering over there. Rowan wasn't covering first, and that'll be a balk for Leach. So because Leach didn't throw over, because no one was there, Risky takes second. The extra 90 on the balk. Now the 3-2. That's a grounder over to short. Nelson will make the throw over to first, and that's out number 3. So the balk doesn't really matter for Leach as he gets out of it, still scoreless, heading to the bottom of the second.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
There's not many in the MLB, but there's probably more here than there should be.
Bottom of the second, still scoreless here from David Story Field. Unger had a very nice first inning, complemented by his defense, including Ferrazzaro, his diving grab and throw over to first to get Finn Stewart out to end the first. But now it'll be Rowan Poffenroth and Jarrett Sable in his Bears debut, the top 3 here in this bottom of the second. Well, Trenton Rowan had a good start in the Marion series, but has kind of gone back to earth as he takes strike one, as he's now 0 for 7 in his last 2 games. Only got 1 hit in the series against the Sweets. That's ripped into right field, and that'll drop in. Fair ball all the way over to the wall. Trenton Rowan is heading into second base, and he's got a leadoff double. Well, maybe it's just Trenton Rowan needed to hit at home. Seems to be playing really well here at David Story Field, and now he's on second, leadoff man in scoring position with nobody out for Gavin Poffenroth. Well, Poffenroth is hanging on to a 4-game hitting streak right now. Went 3 for 5 on Friday against the Sweets. Hit 3 singles and got a double on Saturday. Part of the 3 runs that scored in the top of the 9th against the Sweets in Game 2. First one fouled back to the netting, and it's 0-1. Well, the 3 runs they scored in the 9th made it 5-2 on Saturday, and that was the only game of the series that the Bears won. They would lose the other 2. It was 3 really close games in Walla Walla. Black Bears just unfortunately lost 2 of them. 0-1 from Unger is hit into center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Rowan was frozen between second and third, so he'll just advance the extra 90. And Poffenroth has a single, and the runners are at the corners with nobody out for the first at-bat in Cowlitz for Jarrett Sable. And he is in a big spot here to make a good first impression for his club. First and third, nobody out. Well, welcome to the Bears, Jarrett. Committed to USC for next season and has a very good baseball family. First pitch from Unger. This is low and inside, ball 1. Rowan at third, Poffenroth on first, a single and a double, 2 hits for the Bears to lead off the bottom of the second. Here's the 1-0. Another one misses, 2-0. So Jarrett Sable went to Aliso Niguel High School his senior season this year in 2025. Hit 298, hit 356 in 2024, his junior season, and was number 117 ranked nationally via Perfect Games rankings in 2024. As that one hits him, and Sable will load the bases on the hit by pitch. So technically on base percentage for Sable is at 1,000. As now it'll be Spencer Kowalski looking to drive in anybody here in the bottom of the second. Kowalski only has 1 hit in his 4 games. There's 5 games this season. That came on the 7th against the Pippins. Went 1 for 5. Usually a pinch hitter, as didn't play in the Walla Walla series. Was a pinch hitter for 2 games against Marion. So that one hits the zone for strike 1. Unger has only given up 2 earned runs in 7 2/3 this season. Had a good first, but now in some trouble here in the second. 0-1. Breaking ball. It goes away and low, and it's 1-1. Rowan on third, Poffenroth on second. Sable gets hit by the pitch in his first at bat as a Bear, and he's on first. Bears are threatening early at home. 1-1. Another one outside. It's 2-1. Kowalski played for Centralia this season. Only has 1 at bat in the past week. That came as a pinch hitter back on the 12th against the Berries. His only start came on the 7th. Starting today, though, and now the 2-1. Swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Well, Matt Henning's on deck. Then Garitano. Any of them get on, it'll be back to the top of the lineup in Nelson. 2-2. That's a grounder over to short. Castro will flip to Ferrajaro onto first for 2. Double play for Kowalski, but a run does score. Rowan is in, and it is a 1-0 Bears lead here in the bottom of the second. So the Bears lead it. Runner still 90 feet away, and Poffenroth as he advanced to third. And now it'll be Matt Henning with 2 outs. So Kowalski double play, but gets the RBI. The Bears have struck first here in the bottom of the second. Here's the first pitch to Henning. Breaking pitch hits the zone for strike 1. Well, Henning not off to the best start so far this season. 2 for 13 in his 4 games. Last game against Walla Walla back on Saturday, he went 0 for 4. Swung on and missed, and it's quickly 0-2 for Unger. Considering bases loaded, no outs, it would probably be the best possible scenario, one of the best, to get out of this with just 1 run for Unger in the second. Here's the 0-2. That one just misses, and it's 1-2. Well, the 3rd earned run for Unger this season. Now giving up 8 hits on the year. First earned run since his start against the Elks back on the 6th. So he went 2 in the bullpen, 2 appearances without giving up 1. That one misses just low, and it's 2-2. Well, Henning, like Wilson, played for Washington this season, but unlike Wilson. Henning is in the transfer portal right now. 2-2. Fouled back to the netting, and it stays 2-2. And fight for Henning. Henning was with the Apple Sox last year. Moved to the South Division for 2025. 2-2. Fly ball into center field, deep center field. Going back on it is Wilson. He's near the track, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. But the Black Bears strike first in the bottom of the second. We're heading to the top of the third. 1-0 Cowlitz.
Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
Top 3, the Bears lead it 1-0, and Bryson Leach back out there. The Black Bears are wearing the cream unis for the 3rd time this season. These are the only unis that they have not won a game in yet this season. So they're looking to get their first here with the creams on. Corvallis, on the other hand, wearing a black jersey, gray pants, and a nice maroon hat. First pitch misses to Brooks Avery, number 9 hitter. Last guy in the lineup to have his first at-bat today. Played in every game for the Knights. Also went to Lynn Benton. There's a lot of Lynn Benton guys for the Knights, especially since they're just really close to Corvallis in Albany, Oregon, where Lynn Benton is. 2-0 now to Brooks Avery. Grounder over to short. Nelson will make the grab, throw on to first, and that's out number 1. Well, second straight ground out to Nelson, and Fields throws a little high, but Rowan's able to get that relatively easily for out number 1. Back to the top of the lineup, Blake Wilson. This is Wilson's first game of the season. And it comes against the other Washington guys and Matt Henning and Coach Colin Dixon, who they know each other very well. So that one's fouled back for strike 1. Oh, Wilson, one of the few guys staying at Washington. A lot of movement coming out of the Huskies baseball camp. Here's the 0-1. A little bit outside, and it's 1-1. Well, Wilson is originally from Trabuco Canyon, California. Was drafted out of high school in the 20th round back in 2023, but ended up going to Washington instead. Grounder third base line, but it rolls foul. Well, Blake Wilson starting the game in center field. According to my sources, he didn't start a game in the outfield all season for Washington. He played 53 games with the Huskies in 2025. Didn't start a single game in the outfield, and in his first game this season with the Knights, he is in center field. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses low and away. 2-2. Well, Wilson also played football was a free safety and a cornerback for Santa Margarita Catholic High School. Made all county, all league, and all CIF honors. There's a fly ball into center field. Running back on it is Matt Priest, and he'll make the grab. For out number 2, Matt Priest has been busy today. So far through 2 2/3, and that's out number 2. Thomas Ferrajaro will step in for his second at bat. Well, he walked in the first and got caught stealing, but also made a nice diving grab at second base. Made the throw to first to end the bottom half for the Bears. First pitch to Ferrajaro is high for ball 1. Well, Ferrajaro went to Santa Clara, a little bit south of San Francisco, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Santa Clara, where the San Francisco 49ers play. Also over near Stanford in the Bay Area, South Bay Area near San Jose. There's a drive into center field. Going back on it is Priest once again, and he'll make the grab in pretty much the same spot for out number 3. Another scoreless frame for Bryson Leach. And the Bears are up 1-0, heading to the bottom of the 3rd.
Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com to be a part of this special event. June is full of family fun with the Black Bears at David Story Field. Enjoy $3 Tuesdays all month long with $3 admission tickets. Hot dogs, nachos, domestic canned beer, and bottled soda. On Wednesday, June 11th, it's Kelso School District Night, where students, teachers, and faculty members from Kelso get in free. Then on Thursday, June 19th, all youth baseball and softball players will get in for free when they show up in their team uniform. Join the fun and get your tickets now at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Welcome to the bottom of the 3rd. Jay-Sean Unger back out there for another inning after giving up 1 in the bottom of the 2nd, and that's the difference in this one. The Bears lead at 1-0. Nicky Garitano will lead off, and then it'll be the top of the lineup for their second tries as Nelson and Priest. Well, Garitano hitting .242 this season in 11 games. His last game came on Sunday, where he went 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's ball 1. Well, we've seen Nicky show bunt a plethora of times so far this season. Able to get on with it. Good at dropping down the bunt. And he swings through that one and fouls it off to the right side. Well, 1-1 now to Garitano against Unger. The Black Bears are struggling at home to start the season. 0-6 in home games to start the 2025 season. There's a drive into right field. Going under it is Brubaker, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. Back to the top of the lineup in Tyler Nelson. Rounded out to 3rd in his first at-bat. Well, the last team to start 0-6 at home was the 2012 Klamath Falls Gems. They started 0-7 at home. No team, including the 2 worst teams in WCL history, have started 0-6 at home. That breaking ball hits the zone for strike one. The Klamath Falls Gems of 2012. That is 13 years ago. Here's the 0-1. That's a grounder back to Unger. And he'll flip it over to first for out number 2. Well, that Klamath Falls Gems team ended up finishing only 2 games under at 26 and 28. But it took a 19-2 run in the middle of the season to do that. So it was crazy to see that, like, not even the 12 and 42 2018 Bend Elks started 0-6 at home. So that one swung on and missed at the breaking ball, and it's 0-1. And the Klamath Falls Gems are no longer in the West Coast League. They left in 2016. That's how long ago the last team to go 0-6 was. The team that did it last left 9 years ago. Popped up to second base, and Ferrajaro will make the grab. So a quick and easy 1-2-3 for Unger. We're done with 3 here at David Story Field, and the Bears lead it 1-0.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal with a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Top 4 in Longview. The Bears are up 1-0, and Bryson Leach pitching a relatively good game so far. Hasn't given up a hit so far through 3 and is back out there for the 4th. Having a bit of an opposite outing from last week's against the Berries. They'll have to face Brubaker, Castro, and Braden Mundo, the 3-4-5 guys in the Corvallis lineup. Here in the 4th. Brubaker reached on an error from Nicky Garitano at second in his first at-bat. So that one misses low and away for ball 1. Ended up advancing to second on a wild pitch, but didn't come around to score. From Lakewood, Washington, Brubaker went to Curtis High School. Popped up. Foul ground playable maybe for Rowan, as he will not make the grab as it falls into the little outing over there near the Black Bears dugout. If that outing wasn't there, Rowan had it easily. But 1-1 to Brubaker. Went to Northwest Nazarene for his sophomore season in 2025 in Nampa, Idaho. It's a bit west of Boise. Played pretty well, hit .302 in 62 games. 62 because Northwest Nazarene went pretty far in the D2 World Series. Made it all the way to the D2 World Series, didn't win it, but they definitely had a very good run. So that one hits the zone for strike 2. They went 2-2 in the D2 World Series. They won 2 against UT Tyler and Tampa, but then lost to Tampa twice in a row to be eliminated. That one's in a center field for a base hit. First hit of the game for the Corvallis Knights, and now the leadoff man's on first with nobody out for Antonio Castro.
For the Knights, the shortstop, number 10, Antonio Castro.
Well, Antonio Castro has a hit in his last 3 games. That being yesterday, he went 1 for 3 and got a hit in each of the doubleheader games against the Marion Berries. First pitch is pending for Leach as he throws back to first. Castro from Concord, California. It's in the Bay Area. We're about northeast of Oakland. That one right down the middle, and it's 0-1. Castro's committed to Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo. Bits more south compared to Concord. The Mustangs had a good season this year. They made the regional for the NCAA. Had a good season. He's committed there for next season. Hit .426 this year at De La Salle High School. In 32 games, had 41 hits, hit 7 homers. So he does have some power. Doesn't have a homer yet this season, though. Here's the 0-1, and that one misses just outside for ball 1. Well, Brubaker's reached twice now. Has 7 stolen bases already this year. Has 1 in his last 4 games. So you see why Leach is throwing over there. Throw the second over to first and not in time. So Garitano flips over to Nelson. Throw over to first is not in time to beat Antonio Castro, and now he's on first with 1 out on the fielder's choice.
Avenue for Corvallis, the first baseman, number 2, Braden Mondo.
Now it's Braden Mondo, his second at-bat. He flew out to Priest in center to begin the second inning. I'm back up here in the 4th. It's been a quick one so far today. Throw back to first, not in time. Mondo was enjoying the tropical islands of Hawaii, playing for University of Hawaii Hilo his junior year this year. Played 47 games, got 41 hits. It's a grounder up the middle, trying again for 2, over to Garitano on to first, and there's 2. Now they don't get it the first time, but the second time they get 2, and another scoreless frame for Leach. We head to the bottom of the 4th, 1-0. Bears lead it.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
200-4900.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Well, today was a $3 Tuesday here at David Story Field. If you weren't able to make it, well, hey, guess what? There is always next week. Next week, the Black Bears are taking on the Port Angeles Lefties in the only interleague matchup of the regular season. And it'll be, guess what, another $3 Tuesday. So come out to that one and get yourself some food and drink for only $3. You know, it's a good deal with how, you know, money's going nowadays. $3. Just think about it. $3 next week. June the 24th. Port Angeles Lefties. Come on. Pull up to David Story Field. Bottom 4, and Finn Stewart is leading off. It'll be Stewart, Rowan, and Poffenroth up against Unger. Back out there for a 4th inning. Some good pitching between Unger and Leach. Now, first pitch to Finn Stewart, hit over to third, and Risky will throw over to first for Out number one. One pitch, one out for Unger to start the fourth. That looked like it may have broken. We'll have to see if he's using a new one in his next at-bat. But now that'll bring up Trenton Rowan, who hit a double in his first at-bat and ended up coming around to score the only run of the game. Well, off to a good start in this series against Unger and the Knights. First pitch. That one misses outside for ball one. Well, Rowan now has 3 doubles on the year. And 10 hits overall between here and the Yakima Valley Pippins, as that one misses inside for ball 2. 3 hits combined between these two teams through over 3.5 innings. Here's the 2-0, and it misses high, ball 3. After the double, Unger doesn't seem like he wants to pitch to Rowan. 3 straight balls, and Unger hasn't walked anybody yet today. Did hit Jarrett Sable. Has not walked anybody quite yet, but now down 3-0 as that one's right down the middle for strike one. Oh, Unger in his senior year of high school at Blair only hit 5 guys and walked 17 as that one's ripped into the gap, or onto the corner. It's going to get all the way to the wall once again. Trenton Rowan has a 2-double day, 2 straight. And he is just raking it home. Great attempt over there in right field by Brubaker and right, but it gets past him all the way to the wall once again. Pretty much the same spot as the last double. And Trenton Rowan now has 4 total bases in 2 at-bats. We'll see if we can get a similar story to the second inning in which Poffenroth got himself a single. See what he does here. Big gap between first and second. Can be Ferrajaro covering over there. First pitch misses for ball 1. Well, Poffenroth singled, advanced to third after the double play from Kowalski. Didn't end up scoring, though, as Matthew Henning flew out to center to end the second. Not threatening again here, Trenton Rowan. For some reason is hitting very well at home with the Bears, as that one hits the zone for strike one. He's got 7 hits with the Bears, and 6 of them have come here at David Story Field. 1-1. Gets a piece of it, fouls it back to the netting, and it's 1-2. Well, Poffenroth played versus Corvallis already this season, but he was not on the Bears. He was on the Northwest Star Nighthawks. Went 1 for 5 with a run and 3 strikeouts against the Knights back on May 22nd. First game of the season, non-league or regular league in the West Coast League. So that one misses outside, and the count evens up at 2. So Poffenroth has played for Northwest Star against Corvallis and has played for Cowlitz against Northwest Star. Two. Swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Unger. And a big second out here in the bottom of the 4th. Gets him with the breaking ball, veering outside, gets him to swing and miss. Now it's Jarrett Sable. He was hitting his first at-bat as a Bear, and now his second at-bat. Again with a runner in scoring position. Had runners on the corners with nobody out in his last at-bat. Now has a man on second with 2 outs right now. And the first pitch misses just a bit low for ball one. Well, Sable, his brother, you might know him, Blake Sable, was in the MLB with the Giants last year and in 2023, and with the Red Sox this season, currently in their AAA squad, the Worcester Red Sox, but played on the Major League team for a bit as that one's flied out into shallow right field. Running after it is Brubaker, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. Well, under another scoreless inning, we head to the top of the 5th. The Bears lead it 1-0.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Top 5, the Bears lead it 1-0. With how the pitching's going, it might seem like 1 run's all they need, as Bryson Leach is pitching very well. 4 scoreless, only giving up 1 hit. That was the single to Brubaker. But Antonio Castro gets him out at second, and Braden Mondo grounds into the 6-4-3 double play to end the 4th. Now here in the 5th, and that'll bring up Maddox Risky, Jacob Marquez, and Aiden Hazen. Top 3 in the top of the 5th. Oh, Risky walked in his last at-bat, advanced to second on the balk as that one's driven into left field. It'll veer off foul, though, and it's 0-1. Looked fair coming off the bat, but just curves a little bit farther to the left than Risky wanted, and it's 0-1. Risky majoring in business at USC. Hit .305 his senior season and was the 2nd ranked shortstop and the 3rd ranked overall in Nevada, according to Perfect Game rankings last season, as that one misses for ball 1. Playing very well so far this season, .375. Fly ball into shallow right field, dropping into no man's land, and it'll drop in fair for a base hit. That went in between Rowan Garitano and Poffenroth and drops right where they aren't. Second hit of the day for the Knights, and second leadoff single in 2 innings for Corvallis, and that'll bring up Jacob Marquez. Marquez was actually with Washington State before Lewis and Clark State, as he drives one into deep right field. Going on it is Poffenroth, and he'll make the catch at the track for out number 1. He gave that ball a good ride. The wind's not really playing a factor too much right now, as it's not as noticeable as other days here at David Story Field, but when it blows left to right. The ball may have carried on that one, but not too far, as Poffenroth makes the grab. Well, Aiden Hazen was Grounded into a 6-3 for his first at-bat. 0 for 1, and now Risky on first. Now, after 3 pickoffs, Leach tried to throw to first, and no one was there, so it got called a balk. And that's how Risky advanced to second. The first pitch misses for ball 1. Didn't end up coming around to score, though, as Marquez flew out, and Hazen grounded out to short to end the second inning. Another throw back, and not in time. Seems like Leach has a lot of power when he throws it back to first. You know, sometimes you see guys like just kind of lob it back there. He throws it as hard as he can every time, and it has some aggression to it. 1-0. Swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Haven't seen many whiffs for Leach so far, and has gotten a lot of fly ball outs. 5 of them over to Priest in center. So Matt Priest is working hard out there. Man in the outfield as Risky will take off. They're on to second. Diving grab from Garitano. Throw on to first for 2. Great play from Nicky over at second. And it ends the top of the 5th. Great luck. Nicky was going to cover second on the steal, and he's over there just in time to make the diving play. And the easy throw to first. That'll do it for the top of the 5th. We're halfway home at David Story Field. Black Bears up 1-0.
Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash, presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then, stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show, presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
Bottom 5 here at David Story Field, and a great play from Nicky Garitano, making the dive over at second and tossing it back to first to easily get Risky, who was already trying to steal second on the hit and run. Now in the bottom half of the 5th, the bottom 3 in the lineup for the Bears, Kowalski, Henning, and Garitano. We'll lead off against Unger, who's looking to get another scoreless frame after Leach has now thrown 5 scoreless, only giving up 2 hits, 2 singles, that is. There's a guy warming up in the bullpen for the Bears, though, as first pitch to Kowalski is strike 1. Well, Kowalski grounded into a 6-4 3-double play, but it has resulted in the only run of the game so far, as Trenton Rowan was able to score. That one misses just outside for ball 1. Kowalski second at bat, Henning on deck. Unger, besides the second, has been pitching really well. Popped up over to the first base side. Calling it is Ferrajaro, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. So Kowalski down for out number 1, and now it'll be Matt Henning. Matt Henning flew out to the center in his first at bat. As Unger hasn't really gotten as many fly balls as Leach, but besides the 1 run, has done about the same pitching-wise as Bryson. First pitch grounder over the glove of Unger onto second. Ferrajaro will make the running throw over to first for out number 2. Ferrajaro doing everything this inning. And now the first two are retired. That'll bring up Nikki. As mentioned, had a really good defensive play, and now trying to get something done on offense. He had an opposite field fly ball over to right field, and that was caught out there by Brubaker. The only thing Brubaker's really had to do on defense so far. As Dan Spencer will have a chat with Garitano. Well, both pitchers have combined for 9 innings, 5 hits, and only the 1 run. Pitchers duel between Unger and Leach. We'll see how the bullpens fare against these teams, as now the Knights have somebody warming. Garitano shows bunt, pulls it back, but it was right down the middle for strike 1. Well, Unger has not pitched this far into a game so far this season. Another one right down the middle, and it's 0-2. Most he's pitched was 3 1/3 against the Bend Elks. Now is through 4 2/3. Just misses. Very close call for home plate umpire Bryce Reeves, and it is 1-2. Unger kicks and deals the 1-2. In the dirt, it's 2-2. Well, Unger living on that right side of the rubber over towards the first base side. Pretty much on the edge of it, over near, close as you can get from first, while still being on the rubber. 2-2 misses outside, and it's 3-2. Well, Unger hasn't walked anybody yet, but he has only struck out 1. That was Gavin Poffenroth in the 4th. Now the 3-2. Nice fight by Garitano. He gets a piece of it, fouls it back, and it stays 3-2. Well, Garitano has walked only twice, struck out 7 times. Gonna get his 3rd walk and get someone on base here. That one hits the zone for strike 3, and Garitano goes down looking. Second strikeout of the day for Unger. And another 1-2-3. We head to the 6th. Bears are up 1-0.
Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com to be a part of this special event. June is full of family fun with the Black Bears at David Story Field. Enjoy $3 Tuesdays all month long with $3 admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, domestic canned beer, and bottled soda. On Wednesday, June 11th, it's Kelso School District Night, where students, teachers, and faculty members from Kelso get in free. Then on Thursday, June 19th, all youth baseball and softball players will get in for free when they show up in their team uniform. Join the fun and get your tickets now at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Well, Leach's day is over, and what a day it was. Bryce Leach, 5 innings, 2 runs, no earned, 2 walks. Didn't even strike out anybody, but still threw 5 scoreless and is in line for the victory if this score holds, as the Bears lead it 1-0 against the Knights. Enter Chris Moreno. Chris Moreno is pretty new to the Black Bears, as he has only pitched in 2 games. One being on Saturday against Walla Walla, or Friday against Walla Walla, in which he pitched 2 1/3, but ended up giving up that walk-off to Billy Scaldaferri in the 10th. It was his only earned run. He was playing very well in that outing. He was only giving up 1 run in 3 innings pitched. That's only in 2 games between Friday against Walla Walla and the 11th against the Berries. That gave him a loss on the record, so he's 0-1 so far this season. Looking to keep this 1-run lead against Brooks Avery. Avery, and then back to the top of the lineup in Wilson and Ferrajaro. First pitch misses for ball 1. Well, Avery played 28 games for Lynn Benton this season, including a super regional game against Tacoma in which he went 2 for 4. Good breaking ball, hits the zone for strike 1. Moreno mostly uses the changeup and the slider. That one misses a bit high, 2-1. Also uses the 4-seam a little bit. And when necessary, the curveball. 4-pitch repertoire for Moreno. Played for Pacific Lutheran. 2-1 up the middle and into right center field. It'll get down for a base hit. Well, for the 3rd straight inning, leadoff single for the Knights. Weren't able to get anybody to score in the first 2. They're only down 1. That's only the 3rd hit of the day for Corvallis. Both teams only have 3 hits, but the Bears have the advantage 1-0. Well, Moreno has good spin on his breaking pitches, but that hit was off the fastball. There's a breaking ball, and it hits the zone for a strike 1. Well, Brooks Avery also has 7 bags stolen this season. Him and Brubaker lead the Knights in steals in the early going. Their back to first is bobbled by Rowan, but doesn't get past him, as Avery will stay there at first. Well, Wilson has 2 flyouts to Priest in center so far today in his first game with the Knights. Breaking ball into left field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. So 2 straight singles as it's bobbled out there by Finn Stewart. 2 straight singles against Moreno to start off this top of the 6th. And the Knights are threatening here, down 1 against the Bears. That'll bring up Thomas Ferrajaro. That's a walk and a fly out to Priest. As mentioned earlier, Priest has caught 5 flyouts today. 2 on, nobody out. Corvallis now out hitting the Bears. First pitch from Moreno. Bunt is dropped down the third base line. Throw on to first from Henning is in time for out number 1. A successful sacrifice as both runners move up 90 feet. And now second and third with only 1 out for Gavin Brubaker. Good bunt from Ferrajaro. Avery on third, Wilson on second. Avery representing the tying run. Wilson is the go-ahead for the Knights. Now it's Brubaker. First pitch is gonna miss for ball 1. Brubaker has reached twice. Hit a single in the 4th, the first hit of the game for the Knights. And reached on an error by Garitano back in the 1st. Here's the 1-0. Check swing, and he did go, so that is strike 1. Even up at 1-1 against Moreno. Be a big second out. Rowan is up on the grass over at first. Heading a bit farther back at third, and middle infield out near the shallow outfield up in the grass. 1-1 fouled back, and it's 1-2. Well, Moreno does have a chance to get out of this. If he strikes out Brubaker, it would be a lot easier with 2 outs. Brubaker has 3 strikeouts so far this season. He's also struck out 3 on the pitching side. 1-2. In the dirt, gets past Kowalski, but not far enough to advance the runners. And it's back even at 2-2. Well, Brubaker pitched his only game yesterday against Springfield because Corvallis is desperately in need of pitching after a doubleheader in a 11-inning game in the past 2 days. So he pitched 2 innings and gave up 2 earned. Ended up losing that game to the Drifters. That one just misses a bit low. Moreno thought it was strike 3, but otherwise the count's full now, 3-2. Bit of a small strike zone for the umpires here in the West Coast League. 3-2. Popped up into shallow right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Rounding third is Wilson. Throw to the plate's not in time, and it's a 2 RBI single for Gavin Brubaker, and the Knights take a 2-1 lead. Oh, a bloop single from Brubaker. That's his 3rd time reaching, his 2nd single of the day. And with 1 swing of the bat, the Knights are on top, 2-1. Now it is Castro looking to extend the lead as he fouls one up and out of play to the left side. And it's 0-1. Well, Brubaker has flipped this game around. Good read over at second by Wilson as he knew that was dropping off the bat, and he was right behind Brooks Avery on third. Dropping down the bunt is Castro. Throw on to first is not in time as the ball gets away, and taking third is Brubaker. So a bunt single. Looks like they're going to call it an error for Moreno as the throw was a bit wild. Castro reaches on the air, and Brubaker takes the extra 90. He's now 1 base away here with 1 out. Anything in the outfield could score him and make it a 3-1 Knights lead. Runners on the corners with 1 out, and it's Braden Mondo. Already grounded into a double play in his last at-bat. He shows bunt, and it is called low, ball 1. Well, now Black Bears at risk of starting at 0-7 at home. If this score holds, they are only down 1. Very doable for this offense. They're back to first and not in time. Well, Brubaker at third, now Castro on first. Here in the top of the 6th, 2 runs already in. Castro has 2 stolen bases this season. The 2nd time reaching. Grounder over to third, and that will be called foul. Castro has reached twice, but is still 0-3 because of the error in the fielder's choice. Well, Mondo before Hawaii Hilo was with Pima Community College. So another throwback to first, not in time. Hawaii Hilo did not have a good season. Finished 14-35. They lost 13 of 14 in between April 4th and April 26th. Didn't even make the postseason tournament. Suicide squeeze as Moreno will toss to first. But the run will score as it is 3-1 Knights.
Now ready for the Knights. The third baseman, number 4, Maddox Risky.
Now 3 runs in so far in the top of the 6th as the Knights lead at 3-1. Now Maddox Risky has a man on second in Antonio Castro with 2 outs. Fly ball into right field. It'll veer foul and out of play. And that's 0-1 to Risky, who has reached twice of his own. He's walked and singled. 1 for 1 so far today. Hasn't been able to really advance too much except for the balk back in the 2nd inning. Throw back to second and not in time. Antonio Castro was dancing off of second a little bit, getting covered over there by Garitano. Still 0-1 to Risky. Here's the pitch. That is ripped into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Getting stopped at third is Castro, as he would have been thrown out at home. And another single for the Knights. That is the 4th single of the inning for Corvallis. And now runners are back at the corners with 2 outs after Risky's 2nd hit of the day. Jacob Marquez has a chance to extend this lead for the Knights. 4 singles already in this one and 3 runs scoring, making the 3-1 Knights lead. Offense going to have to come back down 2 for what feels like the 40th straight time. First pitch is ripped into right field. It'll drop foul. Well, that would have scored at least Castro if it was fair. It seemed like Risky does have the speed to round the bases from first. But it lands foul and it's 0-1. So with Leach out of the game, the Knights are showing some life offensively. Weren't able to really hit Leach that well in his start, and now Moreno's in line for the loss. If the score holds, and Leach will get the no decision. 0-1 pitch, fouled off, and it's 0-2. We'll see if Unger gets the 6th. Besides the 1 run, he's been pitching very well, but there are a couple of guys watching and throwing in the Corvallis bullpen out there in left field. They're at least stretching around. 0-2. That's grounded up the middle. Tyler Nelson will tag the bag, and that is out number 3, but 3 runs come in for the Knights, and they lead it 3-1 heading to the bottom of the 6th.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal. With a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Oh, Corvallis scored 3 in the top of the 6th and now have a 2-run lead. Jay-Sean Unger is out of the game for the Knights. He had 5 innings of 3 hit ball with 1 earned run, no walks and 2 strikeouts. Good day at the ball field for Jay-Sean Unger. out of Nebraska. New pitcher for the Knights is Nate Marshall. Well, Nate Marshall is from Albany, Oregon, which is close to Corvallis, but ended up going all the way over east to Eastern Illinois University, which is in Charleston, Illinois, to play his 2025 campaign, his junior campaign. Before that was with Lane Community College, and has played with the Knights so far for 3 seasons. So is used to being here in Corvallis, and also has played against Cowlitz before. Has 9 innings pitched in 4 games, has only given up 1 earned run, but 13 hits, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts against the Bears. All of those coming in 2024 and 2023. In 2022, he didn't play against Cowlitz. Well, now in his 4th season with the Knights. They'll be facing the top of the lineup in Tyler Nelson, Matt Priest, and Finn Stewart. Bears are now down 2. All it took was 1 inning to unravel for them to be down 2 here in the bottom of the 6th, and the first pitch is outside for ball 1. Well, Marshall didn't pitch too much last season for Corvallis, only 6 2/3. He actually has 6 2/3 already this season. So he'll be beating that in this outing, as that one's outside for ball 2. Nelson is 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts, 1 to third, 1 to Unger back in the 3rd. 2-0, swung on and missed, and it's 2-1. Marshall hasn't been having the best season so far through 6 2/3. In 6 appearances, he has given up 7 earned runs on 9 hits and has walked 5. 2-1 right down the middle, and it's 2-2. At Eastern Illinois this season, he pitched 29 2/3. Mostly in their bullpen. Most innings he pitched was 3 back on April 8th against Northern Illinois. 2-2, fought off, fouled back, and it stays 2-2. Well, in 2023, he got his most action with the Knights, 35 2/3, giving up 31 hits, 8 earned runs, and walking 14, but striking out 20 after his season at Lane Community College, his freshman year, as that one's grounded back to Marshall, and he'll make the throw over to first for out number 1. Well, that'll bring up Matt Priest, and Priest also is 0 for 2. The top 3 in this lineup are a combined 0 for 7 so far. And the bottom 3 are a combined 0 for 6. So the 4, 5, 6 guys, or 3, 4, 5 guys in the lineup are doing a lot of the heavy hitting for the Bears so far today. So that one swung on and missed for strike 1. And that 3, 4, 5, that 4, 5, 6 in the lineup coming up though. Rowan, Poffenroth, and Sable. Swung on and missed at a breaking ball in the dirt, and it's 0-2. Marshall has 6 strikeouts already this season. Last pitched against the Marion Berries in game 1 of the doubleheader back on Sunday. Gave up 3 runs. Swung on and missed, and quickly on 3 strikes. First strikeout of the day for Marshall, and the second out here in the 6th. Well, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, and that'll bring up Finn Stewart. Black Bears down 2. Now getting out hit by 3 after 4 singles last inning, as that one misses for ball 1. Eastern Illinois had a decent season, finished 31-22. Fly ball into foul ground. Braden Mondo will make the grab out in foul territory for out number 3, as it's a 1-2-3 inning for Nate Marshall. We head to the top of the 7th. The Knights lead it 3-1.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Top 7, and the Bears, ever since that second inning, have not really done anything offensively. 4 straight scoreless frames for Unger, and now for Marshall, that one in the bottom of the 6th. Chris Moreno's back out there for another inning for the top of the 7th, and he'll be taking on Hazen Avery and the top of the lineup in Wilson. Moreno gave up the 3 runs, only 2 of them earned after his error on the throw over during Castro's at-bat as he throws strike 1 to Aiden Hazen. Hazen's 0 for 2. Grounder over to short, and the nice double play by Garitano he hit into to end the 5th. So that one hits the zone for strike 1. Well, now the 0-2 pitch is into foul territory. A veering foul. Running after it is Rowan, and he'll make a nice running grab for out number 1. Well, we saw a hit like that went in between the 3. Garitano, Rowan, and Poffenroth landed fair territory. That one was way farther right in foul ground, and Rowan was able to run it down for out number 1. Now that'll bring up Brooks Avery. Single to lead off the 6th and scored the first Corvallis run of the 3. Now up again against Moreno as he takes strike 1 on the breaking ball. Well, yesterday between the Knights and the Drifters, there were 7 guys in the both of those rosters that went to Lynn Benton. They all took a little group picture together before the game. Avery, one of them. 28 games for Lynn Benton, his freshman campaign after going to Roseburg High School in Roseburg, Oregon. Drops, shows the bunt, and it's called strike 2. Didn't pull it back quite in time, and it's 1-2 against Moreno. One-two. Swung on and missed strike 3. Good breaking ball from Moreno. And the first strikeout of the day for Chris. He now has retired the first 2 here in the top of the 7th. Good comeback inning after the 3 runs he gave up in the top of the 6th. Back to the top of the lineup, Blake Wilson also singled and came around to score last inning. Otherwise has 2 flyouts to center. That's into left field. Finn Stewart has a read on it, And he'll make the grab for out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning for Chris Moreno, and it's time to stretch here at David Story Field. The Knights lead it 3-1.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
Oh, hopefully everyone's stretched and ready to go for the last part of this one. It's another close game that the Black Bears are in, but another game that the Bears are down 2. They have lost, I think, 5 of their last 6 by 2 games, or by 2 runs. They just can't seem to pull off a 2-run comeback, and also can't seem to win at home. 0-6 to start off the season. Let's take a look at some of the other scores in the West Coast League. The Raptors are beating the Berries 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th. And the Pippins and Pickles are tied at Walker Stadium in the top of the 3rd. The Drifters and the Elks are also playing, and looks like they started at 6:35, but they don't have a score listed as of right now, so we'll have to see what's going on over there a bit later on. But we have a new pitcher for the Corvallis Knights in the bottom of the 7th, Luke Kolfsbeck. So Nate Marshall goes 1-2-3 and is now out of the game for Kolfsbeck, who is the first lefty that Corvallis is throwing out today. It'll be a lefty-lefty to start off as he'll face Trenton Rowan. Has 2 doubles so far today as he swings and misses for strike 1. Well, between Rowan and guy on deck in Poffenroth, they have gotten all 3 hits for the Bears today. Fly ball into shallow right field. It'll be Ferrajaro making the grab for out number 1. Oh, 1 out here, bottom 7, and Gavin Poffenroth will step up for his 3rd at-bat. He has a single and a strikeout swinging. The first of 2 strikeouts for Unger in his 5 innings. The other one came to Garitano, the last batter he faced back in the 5th. Now facing a lefty in Callspeak who played for Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, his freshman year this year. That one's in the turf and it's 1-0. Only his 2nd game. He pitched on Saturday against the Berries, pitched 2 innings of scoreless ball, gave up a hit, and struck 1 out against Marion. It's a grounder over to first, and it will be Braden Mondo to tag the bag for out number 2. Two outs, and now we're going to get a pinch hitter for Jarrett Sable. It'll be Will Jeske, who will come into the game for Sable. Well, Jeske also a catcher. We've seen three of the 5 catchers for the Black Bears in this one. Just yet to see Trenton Lamb and Jose Carmona Jr. Will Jeske into the game to face the lefty in Kalsbeck. Here's the 1-0. Grounder over to third. Castro ranging, throwing over to first for out number 3. So a 1-2-3, another 1-2-3, the third straight 1-2-3 for Knights pitching. We head to the 8th. Knights lead it 3-1.
Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash, presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then, stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show, presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
FiberCU.com. Banking made easy.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
Snap Fitness is the official fitness partner of the College Black Bears.
Top 8, 3-1 Corvallis, and Chris Moreno is back out there after throwing a pretty solid 7th inning. Gave up the 3 runs in the 6th, came back with a nice 1-2-3, and will now face off against 2 lefties in the top 3 to lead off the top of the 8th. Ferrajaro, Brubaker, and Castro. First it will be Ferrajaro. First pitch from Moreno is going to be outside for ball 1. Sun setting a little bit, getting behind the trees. Some nice clouds here in Longview. It's supposed to rain this week, which hopefully doesn't interfere with the games. So we don't want a postponement or a 7-inning doubleheader like the Corvallis Knights had on Sunday. Except that wasn't due to weather, that was due to scheduling and weird stuff happening with the Marion Berries Stadium. One from Moreno. Breaking ball hits the zone for strike 2. Ferrajaro didn't seem like he knew that it was going to be a breaking ball. Tried to swing, didn't get too far, but it was still called strike 1. Ferrajaro had a 12-game hitting streak for Santa Clara between April the 15th and May 6th. 1-2. This is just inside, and it's 2-2. Counts evened up here for Ferrajaro from Wilsonville, Oregon, a bit south of Portland. Hit .295 with the Knights last season. Played in 40 of their 58 games. Fly ball into left field. Under it is Finn Stewart, and he'll make the grab for out number 1. Two straight flyouts over there to Stewart, 1 to end the 7th, and now 1 to start the 8th. I'll bring up Gavin Brubaker, the catalyst of this offensive performance for the Knights. He drove in 2 to give the Knights a 2-1 lead. 3 ended up coming in. Had a bloop single that scored Wilson and Avery. That one's fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-1. Well, Brubaker had 1 4-hit game this season for Northwest Nazarene. March 7th against Montana State Billings, went 4 for 6, drove in 5. That one hits the zone, and Brubaker quickly down 0-2. That's 2 hits and reached on an error, has reached in all 3 of his at-bats so far today. topping his .423 average that leads the team as he fights that one off and hits it fair over down the right field line. He's going to try for 2, and the throw will not be in time. Brubaker has a 3-hit day. 2 singles and a double. He's reached in all 4 of his at-bats, and now he's in scoring position with 1 out here in the top of the 8th.
Now ready for the Knights, the shortstop, number 10, Antonio Castro.
Well, Brubaker's having himself a day. Already driven in 2, already has 3 hits, and that was pretty much the reason that they're up right now. After his 2 RBI single, now looking to score the 4th run at second. It'll be Antonio Castro with 1 out. Breaking ball misses outside, and it's 1-0. Well, the Bears are 6 outs away from starting the season 0-7 at home. Still hasn't happened since 2012. 0-8 might not have happened ever if they lose tomorrow as well. That one just misses. It's 2-0. Cowlitz at the bottom of the standings at 4-8, tied with Springfield and Yakima Valley. Cowlitz will head to Springfield for a 3-gamer after this series for the weekend. Another one misses outside, and it's 3-0. Throw to third, and they caught Moreno sleeping as Brubaker takes third easily. Some heads-up base running for Brubaker, and he'll take the extra 90. He's now 90 feet away from scoring that 4th run with 1 out. And the 3-0 to Castro. Right down the middle, strike 1. Well, now the infield moving in a little bit over to the grass. Nelson at short a bit farther back. Check swing foul, and it is 3-2. Well, Brubaker takes third. Caught Moreno sleeping, as well as the infield, as Henning didn't cover third up until he knew that he was running. 3-2. Fought off, fouled, and it stays 3-2. So that's now the 8th stolen base for Brubaker. He now takes the lead for the Knights with 8 on the year. Him and Avery were both tied at second. That one brings him above Brooks. In a good fashion to do it, heads up. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it back to the boards, and it stays 3-2. Long at bat here for Antonio Castro, who's reached twice, but is 0 for 3. Fielder's choice, reached on an error, grounded out to Leach back in the 1st. 3-2. Popped up, foul ground. It'll go out of play again, and it is still 3-2. Castro struck out 3 times this season. Walked twice. Only played 6 games. Got here for the Marion series this weekend against Corvallis over at Goss Stadium. 3-2. And it misses. A great at-bat for Castro as he takes ball 4. He'll take his free base, and now runners are at the corners with 1 out, and Dan Spencer will make the change. So a pitching change here is Moreno responsible for the 2 guys on with 1 out. It'll be the next guy looking to get out of this 1st and 3rd with 1 out jam. Looks like it'll be Steven Hammergren. We'll be back to see if the Knights will extend their lead here in the top of the 8th.
Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com to be a part of this special event.
Well, it will be Steven Hammergren, the new pitcher, in to try and get out of this jam that Chris Moreno has started. He ends his outing giving up 2 earned runs, 3 runs in total, 2 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. The 1 walk just coming now to Castro. Well, Hammergren we haven't seen since the Marion series back on the 10th. He threw 2 scoreless. He's only played in 2 games, doesn't play much for the Black Bears, but is now coming in today. Before the 2 scoreless on the 10th, his last game before that and his first game of the season came on the 1st against the Pickles. So his 3rd appearance is a big one if the Black Bears want to try and come back in this one. 4th run is on 3rd in Brubaker, and Antonio Castro is on 1st. He's got some speed. He could take 2nd and avoid the easy double play. First pitch is into center field, dropping fair, and it'll go in for a base hit. Heading home is Brubaker, and he will score. First pitch RBI single for Braden Mondo, and it's 4-1 Knights.
Ready for the Knights, the 3rd baseman, number 4, Maddox Risky.
Oh, another bloop single drives in a run, as 3 of them have come in on the bloop single. 2 from Brubaker, 1 from Mondo, and that one just fell right in front of Priest. That first pitch is strike 1 to Maddox Risky, 2 on still. Only 1 out, 1st and 2nd. The Knights have extended their lead to 4-1 here in the top of the 8th. Breaking ball veers outside and low for ball 1. Here's the 1-1. Both runners are going to go. Throw on to 3rd is not in time. Both runners take 2nd and 3rd. Now both of them in scoring position with 1 out. That's the 3rd stolen base for the Knights in this inning. They are running amok on the Black Bears as that one's into left field. It'll be down for a base hit. 1 run is in. Coming in to score is Mondo. Throw to the plate is not in time. 2-run single for Maddox Risky. They've scored 3 more, the Knights. It's 6-1 Corvallis. Well, 2 of those 3 runs are going to be put on Moreno, 1 of them to Hammergren after gave up the single to Mondo. He ends up scoring as that one's inside for ball 1. And 0-7 at home is looking more and more likely with the at-bat here in the 8th. Throw back to first is not in time. Another pretty aggressive pickoff for Hammergren. Saw that with Leach. Well, 3 runs already in so far. Another runner goes, and that's the 4th stolen base. He'll try and take 3rd, and there is no throw, as this inning is unraveling quickly for the Bears. Very sloppy. Brubaker takes 3rd. All the pitches being thrown back to Moreno, and then that one where Maddox Risky where advances to 2nd on the stolen base and then takes one more. Now he's on 3rd, and that's swung on, foul tip back to the boards. It's 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That one misses. 3-1. Well, the Bears in their franchise history have never won a season series against Corvallis in their franchise's history. Fly ball, that'll get out of play, foul, and the count runs full 3-2. (6-1), top of the 8th, 6 runs, 9 hits, 0 errors for the Knights. Only the 1 run for the Bears on 3 hits and 2 errors. As the breaking ball hits for strike 3, Marquez goes down looking. First strikeout of the day for Hammergren, and the 2nd out here in the top of the 8th. That'll bring up Aiden Hazen, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 3. This bottom of the lineup has only produced 1 hit in 10 tries, but haven't really needed to do much when the 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in the lineup have combined for 7 hits. That one's outside, 2-0. (2-0) pitch. Foul back to the screen, and it's 2-1. Well, offense still has yet to score more than 4 runs at home this season in regular season play. Swung on and missed, and it's 2-2. Which doesn't seem to be a stadium problem, since the Knights have scored 6 no problem here in the past 3 innings. That one's inside, ball 3. And the breaking ball from Hammergren. And it's full again, 3-2 with 2 outs here in the 8th. (3-2) pitch. Got him on the breaking ball. 2 straight looking strikeouts for Hammergren to end the 8th. Into the bottom half, 3 runs come in for the Knights, 3 more, and they have a 6-1 lead.
June is full of family fun with the Black Bears at David Story Field. Enjoy $3 Tuesdays all month long with $3 admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, domestic canned beer, and bottled soda. On Wednesday, June 11th, it's Kelso School District Night, where students, teachers, and faculty members from Kelso get in free. Then on Thursday, June 19th, all youth baseball and softball players will get in for free when they show up in their team uniform. Join the fun and get your tickets now at CowlitzBlackBears.com.
Dick Hanna Toyota is proud to support our Cowlitz Black Bears. One of the nicest experiences each summer is to be with family and friends and watch these talented baseball players. The folks over at Dick Hanna Toyota know a thing or two about nice. Dick Hanna has been around for over 75 years, and they're a local family-owned business with a tradition of supporting our community. Dick Hanna Toyota. Believe in nice.
Sweet Caroline playing over the speakers. Well, the Black Bears play at home is not so sweet as they are down 6-1 and on their way to losing 7 straight to start the season here at David Story Field. They have a long route to try and get back and have a chance at winning this one, and it all starts with Sam Davidson, the pinch hitter for Spencer Kowalski against Kolfsbeck, who's out there for his second inning after another 1-2-3 in the 7th. First pitch is strike 1. Well, Knights pitching has retired the last 11 Bears. That one hits the zone for strike 2. Call speak. Good start to his outing. 1-0-2 is inside, and it's 1-2. Call speak is from Arbuckle, California, bit north of Sacramento. It's one of those roadside towns on the I-5. Population of 3,500, very small town. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and Sam Davidson goes down swinging in his first at-bat. First strikeout of the day for Kolfsbeck. And the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. And that'll bring up Matt Henning. Now 12 straight retired by the Knights. Call speak from Arbuckle. Went to Calusa High School, though. That one's outside for ball 1. Had a really good record, 37-2. With 359 strikeouts and only 28 earned runs in 216 innings pitched in his high school career. That's a very good high school career, and that's why he got a offer from Cal Poly, as that one misses inside, 2-0. Cal Poly team that is pretty good. Made it to the NCAA Regional, but lost to Arizona in both of their games. So that one's outside, 3-0. They did beat Oregon, though. Oregon was the first team, the first host team in the NCAA Regional to get eliminated, as they lost both their games. Also beat Utah Valley. 3-0. That's right down the pipe, and it's 3-1. Overall, a good season for Cal Poly. And he pitched 27 innings of that. That 43-19 record for the Mustangs, as that one's outside, ball 4. And for the first time since the 4th inning, a Black Bear has reached. This is the first time someone from Cowlitz has reached since the double from Trenton Rowan back in the bottom of the 4th. Since then, 3 straight 1-2-3 innings and a couple strikeouts. Now it'll be Nicky Garitano. He's 0 for 2 as a strikeout looking and a fly out to right. It's 0 for 2, and that one's low for ball 1. Well, the sun is very bright in my face, but it will be setting soon, I hope. One-0. One's in the dirt. 2-0. Well, that was the first walk of the season for Kolfsbeck of Henning, and now with the count 2-0, there's going to be a bit of a mound visit. Well, tomorrow the Black Bears will be back here at David Story Field, and we'll be taking on the Knights. It's going to be Pepsi night, presented by Pepsi, where there's going to be Pepsi-themed prize giveaways throughout the game. And June 19th, Thursday at 6:35. Every game's at 6:35, by the way. Here at David Story Field on Thursday, it's going to be a Throwback Thursday where we're trying to celebrate 15 years of Cowlitz Black Bears baseball. And we're celebrating even more on this Thursday. There's going to be a logo ball giveaway for the first 200 fans. So if you get here early and get yourself a free baseball. 2-0. Garetano shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's called a strike, 2-1. We talked about his overall high school stats, but in his senior season, he had a .44 ERA, Kolfsbeck, in 64 and a third. Only gave up 4 earned runs. 17 walks, 121 strikeouts, and also hit .411. He had a great high school career. Kolfsbeck. 3-1. That misses ball 4, so 2 straight walks have Matthew Henning and Nicky Garetano on first and second. Up to the top of the lineup in Tyler Nelson. Tyler Nelson has 2 groundouts back to the pitcher. 1 to Unger, 1 to Marshall, and a ground out to third. He's 0 for 3 at the top of the lineup. The top 3 guys in the order are 0 for 9 so far today. First pitch from Kolfsbeck is inside for ball 1. Kolfsbeck a bit wild so far in this inning as the Knights have somebody warming up in the bullpen. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's fouled off, and it's 1-1. Matt Priest on deck. He's 0 for 3. And Finn Stewart, he's 0 for 3. Tyler Nelson has recently been moved up to the leadoff spot. Priest was leadoff and then Nelson got moved up when Priest was injured after the leadoff hitter by committee for a couple games. But now, Nelson looks like he's going to be the permanent leadoff man with Priest batting second behind him. Both of them have some good speed, so when they get on, they are very threatening on the base paths. 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Well, the Bears are going to need 5 runs to tie and 6 to win with 5 outs to go. Anybody at home who's bad at math, that is 1 run per out. Bit of a hard task to handle for the Bears. Fouled off over onto the College, and it's 2-2. Well, sophomore year for Kolfsbeck, he had a .51 ERA and even more innings. 68.1, where he had 98 strikeouts to 14 walks. This is just low, and it's 3-2. Another 50-50 call for home plate umpire Bryce Reeves, and it is called the way of Nelson, and it's now a full count. Kolfsbeck kicks and deals the payoff as that one is hit into the gap in right center field. Going on it is Brubaker, and he'll make the running grab for out number 2. That'll bring up Matt Priest. 0 for 3, struck out on 3 pitches in his last at-bat against Nate Marshall. Also has a fly out to left and a ground out to short. 0 for 3 today. Runners on first and second after 2 straight walks, Henning and Garetano. Black Bears haven't seen many guys in scoring position, only 3 so far today, before Henning walked over to second. First pitch, up the middle, past the dive of Castro into center field, getting stopped at third is Matt Henning, and a single for Matt Priest nearly took out Kolfsbeck, but he's got himself a single, his first hit of the series, and his first hit of the game, as the bases are now loaded for Finn Stewart. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th, and well, the Black Bears are out of slam range right now, but a slam could definitely help for Finn Stewart if he has the power to hit one over to fight the wind, because the wind's going from left to right, or if he wants to hit one opposite field to the right field side. Second mound visit of the inning for the Knights. This one not including a pitching coach, but this one just Marquez and Kalsbeck having a one-on-one at the mound. That's the second hit that Kalsbeck has given up this season in his second at-bat. And I will bring up Brooke Knight. Seems as though he doesn't really like what he sees with the matchup, and he's going to make a change. So bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. The Black Bears are going to need a miracle here at David Story Field.
Your poor wallet. It gets misplaced, sat on, and abused by outrageous car payments. At Fiber Federal Credit Union, we think it's high time you reward your wallet by lowering your auto loan payment. For a limited time, refinance from another lender and get a great rate from Fiber Federal with a 1% cashback bonus on your payoff amount, no payments for 60 days, and 0 fees, including title transfer. Refi your ride, reward your wallet at Fiber Federal. We're kind of like a family, only we're a credit union.
Get ready for another summer of family-friendly fun with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Rally your crew and head down to David Story Field for delicious food and drinks, affordable entertainment, and unforgettable memories. The Black Bears can host your group, business, friends, and youth sports team. Whether you're entertaining clients, treating your employees, or just looking for a fun night out with coworkers, David Story Field is the place to be. Create a summer of great memories with the Black Bears. Book your group outing today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
New pitcher for the Corvallis Knights is going to be Landon Parker. Parker, another part of that Northwest Nazarene team that made it to the D2 World Series, along with Gavin Brubaker, who's had a very good game so far today with 3 hits. Parker pitched in 58 2/3 innings with the Northwest Nazarene squad. Was a starter for most of it. His most innings pitched was 6 2/3, but for the Knights is in the bullpen and is now pitching with the bases loaded and 2 outs. He'll face off against Finn Stewart, trying to get out of this jam and keep the Knights at a 6-1 advantage. And before Northwest Nazarene, he played his junior season with them in 2025. He was with Umpqua Community College in 2024 and 2023, and was with the Drifters in 2023. He only pitched in 1 game against the Black Bears, in which he gave up a hit and a walk in 2/3 of an inning, back on June 23rd, 2023. Oh, this might be the best chance for the Bears to try and mount a comeback. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and Finn Stewart will look to put anything on the board here for the Bears and make it easier for them in the 9th. First pitch from Parker is a bit low for ball 1. On the regular season, Parker is been dealing, hasn't given up an earned run. He started against Springfield back on the 12th. Threw 4 scoreless and got the win, striking out 5. As that one is blooped into left field, going under it is Avery, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Here's the throw home, and not in time. The Bears have some life, a 2 RBI double for Finn Stewart. And it's 6-3 here in the 8th. That'll bring up Trenton Rowan, who's had a really good game, and he now represents the tying run, 6-3. Rowan has 2 doubles. Flew out to second base in his 3rd at-bat. His last one coming up against Kalfspeak. So that one misses for ball 1. Well, the Bears have life. Bloop single. The bloop singles are just bringing in everybody so far today. So that bloop single brought in 2 as Finn Stewart stands on first, having 2 RBIs on the day and his first hit. This is inside, ball 2. So both those runs are credited to Kalfsbeck. He's now given up 2 earned, and is the responsibility of Priest on second, but Parker is responsible for the man on first, as that one's inside for ball 3. 3-0 to Rowan with Poffenroth on deck. Well, the Black Bears are putting up numbers now here in the 8th. 2 runs already in. That one inside for ball 4. Both runners advancing. No really need to, though, as they were going to advance anyways, because that's ball 4. A 4-pitch walk for Rowan, and the bases are reloaded. The tying run is now at first for the Bears. It looks like we'll get a pinch hitter in a huge spot. Welcome to the Black Bears, Jack Meissner. This is a Black Bears debut unlike any other. Jack Meissner, his first at-bat with Cowlitz. Comes with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Here in the 8th with the tying run on first. Meissner just got here today from UC Santa Barbara and can make a very good first impression with his summer club. Meissner only played in 2 games this season, got 2 at-bats, went 0 for 2, once against Davis, once against CSU Northridge. Outside, ball 1. Meissner, one of the 5 guys that have joined the club in the past 2 days. We saw Sable already. He got pinch hit for Will Jeske, who's on deck. 1-0. That one's down the middle. It's strike 1. Meissner from Phoenix. Went to Brophy College Prep High School. Graduated there in 2024. Had a good senior season. He hit .411. Outside, ball 2. He committed to UCSB on July 9th of 2023. He hit .494 his junior season. Was injured for a lot of the 2025 season, as that one's inside. 3-1. Well, a walk here would bring in the 4th run for the Bears and put the tying run on second with Will Jeske on deck. Two of the new guys here. Meissner, 3-1. Right down the middle, 3-2. Now 3-2, 2 outs. Everybody is going to have a head start. Priest on third, Stewart on second, Rowan on first, and it's in the dirt, ball 4. Meissner, good first AB as a Black Bear. He takes the walk, and he's got his first RBI with Cowlitz as a run comes in, and it's 6-4. The lead is down to 2 for the Knights, 6-4, and the bases are still loaded with 2 outs for Will Jeske. Tying run is on second in Trenton Rowan with Meissner on first, Stewart on third. Now one way outside, and it's 1-0. Good stop from Marquez. Could have brought in a run if he He didn't make that scoop. Jeske grounded out to third in his last at-bat, and that one inside, 2-0. Landon Parker really wild so far in this outing. Stewart on third, still the responsibility of Kolfsbeck, but Rowan and Meissner both belong to Parker. And both of them could tie and give the Bears the lead if Jeske gets a hit here. They won another meeting at the mound. 2 walks this season for Parker, has now turned to 4 after back-to-back ones against Rowan and Meissner. Meissner getting thrown into the fire early. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Your first at-bat with the team. Able to work the walk and bring the 4th run in. 3 runs already in this one. Corvallis scored 3 in the top half, and the Bears responded. Going to do even more in the bottom half. 2-0. Inside, ball 3. 1 ball away from a 6-5 game and the 3rd straight walk for Parker. Sam Davidson on deck. He pinch hit for Spencer Kowalski. 3-0. That is strike 1, a bit high as Jeske thought it was ball 4. He tosses the bat. Started heading to first, but he gets the bad news and he'll have to head back. Let's say it's his bad though. Now he'll face the 3-1. Jeske 0 for 2 has a hit by pitch. That one's inside, ball 4 as Jeske walks. That is 3 straight walks for Parker, and it's 6-5. Well, Jeske's second at bat, and that will bring out Brooke Knight, the manager for the Corvallis Knights. Parker faces the minimum and is now responsible for all 3 guys on. He'll come out of the game. Bases are still loaded. 4 runs in for the Bears. And it is a 6-5 ball game, a brand new game after 3 straight walks.
You know what it takes to be successful. When you're ready for a bank that looks at the world like you do, bank outside the ordinary with Heritage Bank. Located here in Longview at 927 Commerce or online at heritagebanknw.com. That's heritagebanknw.com. Member FDIC.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Cowlitz Black Bears.
The Bears look dead in the water, and now it is 6-5. 4 runs have come in. 5 walks in this inning between Kolfsbeck and Parker, including 2 back-to-back singles from Priest and Stewart. Sam Davidson, who led off the inning with a strikeout, is now up again as they batted around here in the bottom of the 8th. All of a sudden, all it takes is 1 inning, and now it is a 1-run game yet again. Dominic T-Tone, the new pitcher for the Knights. He went to Western Oregon, junior season in 2025. Has a 11.57 ERA in 7 innings. He's given up 10 earned runs so far this season in 4 appearances from the left side, and he'll be taking on 3 straight righties in Davidson, Henning, and Garitano. If all goes well for the Bears, at first it'll be Davidson, though. He struck out after pinch hitting for Spencer Kowalski. It is gone strikeout, walk, walk, fly out to right, then single, single, walk, 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 and now we are here, 6-5. This game has gotten very close in the span of 1 inning. It was 6-1. Game was 1-0 heading into the 6th, and now it's 6-5. And T-Tone now looking to keep a 1-run lead. 4 runs already in. And number 4, Sam Davidson, heading up to the plate. Shortstop in Castro all the way back near the outfield grass. All of this has come. 2 singles, 3 back-to-back-to-back walks have come with 2 outs. Now the first pitch to Davidson. Misses, and it's ball 1. Gets past Marquez, not far enough though to score Rowan, who's on third. Rowan's on third, Meissner's on second, Jeske is on first. All of them walked. 1-0 pitch. Another one in the turf. It's 2-0. Walk would tie the game at 6. T-Tone has walked 8 guys so far this season. Last appearance on Saturday. Gave up 5 earned and walked 2. Got the loss against the Berries. 2-0 pitch. High ball 3. 1 ball away from a tie game. And 4 straight walks. T-Tone not able to locate. Parker wasn't able to locate. Callspeak walked 2. Gave up 2 hits. 3-0. In the dirt, we're tied at 6. A meltdown from the Knights. They give up 5 in the 8th. And we are all tied up back at 6. 4 straight walks, 3 by Parker, 1 by T-Tone. Bases are still loaded, and now the go-ahead run is at third in Jack Meissner, with Jeske on second, Davidson on first after the 4-pitch walk to tie the game up at 6. It was 6-1 to start the inning. As I said earlier, you're going to need a miracle, and a miracle we did, in fact, get. 6-6, and the game's not over yet. Now it's 0-1 to Matt Henning. Bases are still loaded with 2 outs. Owen hits the zone, 0-2 to Henning. T-Tone able to locate now, but might be too late for the Knights. Already 6-6. 1-1. It's the zone, strike 2. Only one of those was called a ball, so it's 1-2 now. One, 2 to Henning, trying to give the Bears the lead after being down 6-1. Blooped over to second base, and Ferrajaro will make the grab for out number 3. But 5 runs in the bottom of the 8th have the Bears tying the game at 6 against the Knights. We're heading to the 9th, 6-6.
Join the Cowlitz Black Bears for a summer full of fun with $3 Tuesdays and kids and free Sundays. Every Tuesday home game, general admission tickets, hot dogs, nachos, and domestic canned beer are all just $3. Plus, every Sunday, kids 12 and under get free admission when accompanied by an adult thanks to Peace Health and the Daily News. Don't miss out on affordable family fun every Tuesday and Sunday with the Cowlitz Black Bears. Get your tickets today at cowlitzblackbears.com. Join the Black Bears for a night to remember on Thursday, July 24th. Bring the kids out to the ballpark for the always popular Dash for Cash, presented by Heritage Bank. All kids 12 and under will get to go on the field to dash for their share of $1,000 in cash. Then, stick around after the game as the Black Bears light up the night sky with their first ever drone show, presented by Pacific Tech Construction and Western Fabrication. Tickets will go fast. Get yours today at cowlitzblackbears.com.
top of the ninth, and what a crazy eighth we had. 3 runs for the Knights in the top half, 5 for the Bears in the bottom, and now we're tied at 6. Let's take a look at a couple of the defensive changes for the Bears. Jose Carmona Jr. is now behind the dish, catching for the Bears, and Josh Hansen has taken over for Gavin Poffenroth in right field. Steven Hammergren back out there after striking out Marquez and Hazen, both looking to end the eighth. And the top of the eighth. And it'll be Brooks Avery to start here in the ninth. The Knights were up 5-1, 6-1. And now 6-6 as that is over the leap of Garitano into right field. And a leadoff single for Brooks Avery. It's the second time he's led off an inning with a single. Now he's got 2 hits on the day, 2 for 4. Back to the top of the lineup in Blake Wilson. Well, the Bears need a 0 here to try and complete this comeback. We're down 5. Showing bunt, dropping it down the third base line. It's a great bunt. Throw on to first is going to get past Rowan and into right field, and taking third is Brooks Avery. So first and third with nobody out, and it's Thomas Ferrajaro looking to give the Knights the lead back here in the top of the ninth. Third error of the day for the Bears. They're up to 23 on the season, and Ferrajaro is going to get intentionally walked. So that'll load the bases and bring the infield in now with nobody out. Bit of a risky play for Dan Spencer to try and intentionally walk Ferrajaro and bring up Brubaker, who is already 3 for 3 on the day. He's entrusting that he's going to get cold here in the ninth. And he's not, as that one's into right field and down for a base hit. 1 run is in, and Wilson throw on to second, and not in time. A 2-out, 2-run double for Blake Wilson. Sorry, Brubaker. Wilson and Avery score, and the Knights take a 7-5 lead, or 8-6 lead. Well, Brubaker now has 4 hits, 2 doubles, and 4 RBIs today. As the first pitch is inside to Castro. Now the error comes back to bite the Bears, as well as the intentional walk. One's outside. 2-0. 8-6 now. 4 errors for the Black Bears. They're now up to 24 on the season. Fly ball into center field. Going back on it is Priest, and he will make the grab. Tagging at third is Ferrajaro, and he will score. Sac fly for Castro, and it's 9-6 Corvallis. Well, the Bears were down 5. They came back to tie it, and well, they might have to do it again here in the ninth. 9-6 here in the top of the ninth. Brubaker on second after driving in 2 and 1 out. That one's into center field and caught by Priest on a line. So I'm sure it will be questioned why Dan Spencer decided to intentionally walk Ferrajaro to get to a Brubaker, who is already 3 for 3. Definitely came to bite them back. That one's low and away for ball 1. Especially because Ferrajaro is 0 for 3. Already had a walk, but wanting to get the force out at home, but can't do it if Brubaker hits it into the outfield. That's ripped off the glove of Rowan. Still over to Garitano. Throw on to first, and a good play to end the ninth. But 3 runs come in for the Corvallis Knights as the Black Bears are going to have to try and come back again. This time down 3, heading to the bottom of the ninth.
Private leak. Why do I have a drip in my office and water on my desk?
Because the roof is bad. I tried to fix it myself, sir.
Didn't I tell you to call the guard?
The guard?
Yes, Private, the guard. Weather guard.
Oh, yeah. They'll keep you dry in the rain or snow. 577-7200.
They're our first defense against the weather. Now, call Weather Guard.
Sir, yes, sir.
Keep you dry in the rain or snow.
577-7200.
Weather Guard.
Join the Black Bears on Saturday, July 12th in a night to honor the brave men and women in our community with the special First Responders Jersey Auction presented by Steelscape. Fans will get to bid on these special edition game-worn jerseys, and the winning bidder will be invited onto the field for photos after the game. Each jersey will feature a patch representing one of the local law enforcement and fire agencies around Cowlitz County. 100% of the proceeds from the jersey auction will go toward Cowlitz County Habitat for Humanity. Get your tickets today at CowlitzBlackBears.com to be a part of this special event.
Well, a game that started 1-0 heading into the 6th is now 9-6. Corvallis has a 3-run lead as they've scored 6 runs in the past 2 innings. The Black Bears responded in the 8th with 5 of their own to come back and tie the game up at 6, but Brubaker drove in 2 with a double, his 3rd hit of the day, 4th hit of the day. He's 4 for 4, he's reached in all 5 of his attempts. And 3 runs come in the 9th. The Bears are going to have to try and come back down 3 now instead of 5 as Nicky Garitano will lead it off. Nice sunset today here at David Story Field as well, the Bears are again 3 outs away from their 7th straight loss to start the season at home. That one misses, ball 1. Well, that 2012 Klamath Falls Gems team started 0-7 at home. They had to win 19 of 21 to even finish 2 games under. So it's going to be a long road ahead for the Bears if they lose this one. Breaking ball hits the zone for strike 1. T-Tone played for Western Oregon junior season in 2025. Him and Hammergren both stand at 5'8". Grounder over to short, and Castro running grab over to first, and safe as he's off the bag. First error of the day for the Knights, and the leadoff man in Garitano is on with nobody out. Well, Brook Knight's going to have a chat with bases umpire Lance Kreck. He doesn't seem to agree with the call that he was off the bag. Top of the lineup in Matt Priest now with, or in Tyler Nelson with Matt Priest and Finn Stewart coming up. Garitano on first, but still a long way to go here for the Bears. Brook Knight is still talking with Kreck about that call. Black Bears got lucky, but now both umpires will convene and see if they change the call. This is a big call to make. He was called safe, and he will still be called safe. So leadoff man is on after the error by Castro at short. As mentioned, still a long way to go, though, as Tyler Nelson will have to keep the chains moving for the Bears offense, down 3. Can't roll into a double play here. Detrimental to the rally. He'll show bunt, pull it back, and it's called ball 1. Knights chirping a little bit at home plate umpire Bryce Reeves after the call that he thought was missed at first. 1-0, misses. 2-0 to Tyler Nelson, who is 0 for 4. 3 groundouts and a flyout to right in his last at-bat, last inning, before that 5-run. Bottom of the 8th as that one hits the zone in the inside edge for strike 1. Priest on deck, Garitano on first. Not too big of a lead. 2-1. Another breaking ball. That one hits for strike 2. Nelson looking for his first hit of the game. Be in a big spot here. 2-2. Grounder through the left side, a base hit. Bears keep the chains moving. Tyler Nelson, his first hit of the game. And the first 2 have reached a tying run, and now Matt Priest coming up to the plate. Matt Priest singled in the last inning, came around to score the third of 5 runs for the Bears. 1 of 4 earned for Kolfsbeck after he walked 2 and gave up 2 singles. First pitch to Priest, shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's called ball 1. Well, T-Tone in a dangerous situation, 2 on. Nobody out, down 3. They've already come back from down 5, but Corvallis scored 3 in the top half of the 9th. 1-0 pitch, outside again, ball 2. Well, after his walk to Davidson in the 8th, he now has 9 on the season, T-Tone. At Umpqua last season, he walked 12, struck out 45. 2-0 pitch. Hits the zone, and the Bears dugout doesn't like it. 2-1. Reeves hasn't really been calling the strikes high. The zone's been a bit lower today. 2-1. Grounder over to third, throw to second for 1, on to first, and that is 2. 5-4-3 double play for Matt Priest, and there's now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th.
Now batting for the Black Bears, the left fielder, number 19, Finnegan Stewart.
Well, the Bears scored 3 with 2 outs in the last inning. But that double play might have taken the wind out of their sails, and now it's Finn Stewart. First pitch grounded over to short. Castro throws on to first, and that'll do it. Black Bears start 0-7 at home, tying the Klamath Falls Gems for the longest losing streak to start a season at home. They are now 4-9 as the Black Bears lose game 1 of the series to the Knights. The Knights finished with 9 runs on 12 hits, 1 error, and the Black Bears, 6 runs, 6 hits, 4 errors. Those errors came back to bite them as they had a very rough top of the 8th and top of the 9th. They managed to come back in the bottom half, but wasn't meant to be as the Knights win game 1 of the series, and they advance to 6-8 on the year. The Black Bears at the bottom of the standings at 4-9. Well, they'll hope to win game 2 tomorrow at 6:35. For everybody here in the press box at Davis Story Field, I'm Evan Patoka. We will see you tomorrow at 6:35 for game 2 of this 3-game series between the Knights and the Black Bears.
Don't forget, tomorrow is our Pepsi shirts, socks, and football